We seem to be having some audio difficulties tonight. I'm just checking to see if now I've got sound. I've been talking to you for 5 minutes. You haven't heard a word I've said. Probably wasn't that important anyway. So I'll just start again if this works. Hi, and welcome to This Week at the Theater. My audio tech, my tech wizard is saying, there we are, yay! It's all about which buttons you push, you know? All about which buttons you push. And there's always another button to push. Oh my gosh. Thank you for joining us tonight for this week's edition. We've got some new things to share with you. And as I said earlier, SARTA would love to have you come and visit their website, sarta.com. I got corrected on that. I was saying sarta@sarta.com. And that's our email. And I'm so used to giving people our email. Come to the website, SARTA Theaters, sarta.com. And you can check out all the really cool new things that we have on our website. Next week, I'm hoping to be able to give you a walkthrough of our new website because we've been constantly giving it upgrades as new programs roll out. We're adding more things to it. We just finished the last few tweaks, so I will hopefully be able to introduce our scholarship program for our youth groups in the next few weeks, which we're so excited about. We already have people who are willing donors for that one, and the whole purpose behind that is theater is such an opportunity to express yourself. And youth theater is where we get them started, where so many young people find who they are and can discover all the different facets of themselves. And for a lot of children, taking these classes and going to these workshops, it's really expensive. So SARTA's put together a scholarship program that's going to allow us to be able to afford some of these young people to go to some of the workshops and classes that are at some of our youth theater and our theater groups sponsor in and around our member theater group family. So we're really excited about that. So hopefully I'll be able to bring you the information and details on that, and we'll get some of you folks out there to be some willing donors for that. As always, if you would like to donate, there's a follow button here on Twitch, and you can make a donation here. But if you go to the website, you can also make a donation. We would love for you to be one of those what we call evergreen donors who just donates, something each month to the upkeep and maintenance, helps put on shows like this, and get the word out. We can designate, if you wanted to just give to the scholarship program, we can designate a donation just for that. So let us know what your needs are and help us fulfill some needs in our community. Let's see, what else did I want to share with you? Oh my gosh, it's finally spring. Spring sprung since the last time I talked to you. And I gotta tell you, I look out my window at the back of my house, at the pergola in my yard, and it's covered with these beautiful little yellow flowers, these little roses on vines, and it's just idyllic. And that's one of those times when you just want to be the fairy and live underneath the roses or something like that. It's just stunning. I know we've had a trying winter because we haven't had enough water, but boy, this spring is really pretty. The flowers are coming out, the trees are blossoming. For those of you who have allergies, I'm sorry. Because I know this is not a good time for you. But if you can possibly stop and just don't try and smell the roses because you'll sneeze, but just appreciate taking a look at the grandeur that happens when spring springs forth around us. It's pretty darned amazing. So let's get started on what we're working on tonight and see what's on the slideshow for this week at the theater. Yep, there you go. Visit our website, sarta.com. I got it right. I fixed it. This is the front page of our website. If you've never been there, it does change periodically, so we're trying to get more pictures of more of our theater groups and the amazing productions. As you can tell, that looks like Newsies there, that are there. We're looking at all of the new information we want to have for SARTA, so come check us out. Come check us out. Visit our website. We love visitors. So let's talk about the special events first. And there's a couple new ones this week. We have some one night only events. This one's called Rifts in Time, and it's put on by Placer Repertory Theater. It's an interactive adventure, which sounds kind of cool. It says, from a scrape with Jack the Ripper in 1888 London and the Salem witch trials in 1692 to no one knows where next. Join the Placer Rep every fourth Sunday of each month, and that's going to be this Sunday, as audiences cheer on, advise, or even play characters that interact with the time-suffering adventurers as everyone works together to heal the rifts in time. Placer Repertory Theater invites you to this program. It's a monthly performance of interactive and immersive theater that engages the audience through the combination of role-playing game elements and improvisation and some storytelling. This sounds like fun, you guys. Rifts in Time, the interactive theater adventure, is going to perform this coming Sunday, March 27th, at 7 in the evening. And it's playing right now on Vernon Street in Roseville at the Holistic Lighthouse. So check out Rifts in Time. See if you can go and play that. That sounds like a fun evening. The next one is a free open mic and creative lab for the arts and culture humanities. It's on the fourth Wednesday of each month, and it's live streamed, and it's called The Collaboration, and it's another outreach of the Placer Repertory Theater. So you can zoom in on it too. So get in touch with Placer Repertory Theater, or if you want to be a part of it, you can get your tickets on Eventbrite to check that out. The next thing that's coming up, another one night only event, is this one here. It's going to be a murder mystery dinner, which looks like fun. Your murder mystery dinner is going to be come and create your best 1960s look. Okay, so time to get out all of your wonderful psychedelic gear and your high boots and your platform shoes and go and take a look at this event. Okay, here we are. Sorry, just adjusting the mic a little bit there. I think I shared this with you once before, but I wanted to remind you of it at the California Capitol Documentary Film Festival. That's coming up in a while. That one actually isn't happening until June, so I'll bring it back periodically and let you know about that. But that's going to be a really fun event, and it's going to be June 10th, 11th, and 12th. The film festival is going to be presented at 3 different screening locations in town, and as we get closer, I'll bring this one back again to remind you about the California Capitol Documentary Film Festival. If you're like me, I kind of like documentaries. I like looking up things so I can find out and learn about something else, and I really enjoy these kinds of things. So if you're one of those documentary film buffs, you would probably enjoy this particular event. There is some emergency casting needed. There's some actors needed for the Sutter Street Theater. They're still looking for a male between 20s and 30s, and another male between 30s and 40s, and one woman 30s to 40s, and one more man to play any age range and multiple roles. They need to get some people into their production of Sarah, Plain and Tall. So they're still looking for a few people. So if you're interested in that, please contact Alan Schmeltz at Sutter Street Theater. This play is going to run May 7th through May 29th, so you've still got plenty of time to get in there so you can get to rehearsals and things like that. Rehearsals will start on April 4th. So emergency casting, if you're looking for something to do and you think you can jump in really quickly, Sutter Street Theater could use you. While we're hitting the auditions button here, let me take a moment to share with my wonderful tech whiz that's working with me that I did the instructions that you gave me. So hopefully it helped. I know there's things going on behind the scenes that you guys don't see. All right, let's talk about some auditions then. So you've got those resumes and headshots together. Ooh, Speaking of headshots, thank you to all of you who came out last Sunday to our headshot day down at Ghost Light Theater in Stockton. Oh my gosh, you all. Ghost Light Theater is going to open on April 1st. They're having their grand opening. You have got to go down there. They've already got lineups for open mic nights, comedy shows. There's going to be bands coming in, and of course, theater productions. So you've got to go down to this theater. It's really looking amazing. And I just got to see some of the raw product of it. They don't even have all the lights and seats in yet. And it's really cool looking. The decor is going to be very, very fun. I hear it's going to have a real steampunk theme, which is kind of close to my heart. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see that. So thank you if you came down there to Stockton, to Ghost Light Theater, to get your headshots done. There were some amazing pictures taken, and we always thank you. We will do headshot days again in another few months in another place. We'll probably try and find a place in Sacramento this time. We've been to the outskirts. Now we're going to bring it into town. So if you're still looking to get some headshots done, to go with your resumes for those auditions, we're going to do that again. So stay tuned. All right, let's get to some auditions. They're still auditioning Sunday, April 10th at 7 p.m. for Hay Fever. This is a play by Noel Coward, and it's a comedy. So if you want to polish up your comedy chops and go and audition for this, the play is called Hay Fever, and it's by Noel Coward. They're having auditions on April 10th at 7 p.m. and April 11th at 7 p.m. More auditions. This one's by Agatha Christie, The Mousetrap. And the auditions will be Sunday, April 24th and Monday, April 25th at 6 p.m. in the Cobblestone Theater in Volcano. Volcano is a lovely town. If you want to take a nice drive or you live up in that area, this would be a perfect one for you to audition for. Check out the auditions for The Mousetrap by Agatha Christie. Now, let's move to the now playing section. There's a lot going on. There's an awful lot that are closing. This is going to be the final weekend for a number of things. This is the final weekend for Urinetown over at Sutter Street Theater. This is also the final weekend for a couple others that I'm going to tell you about as we move forward. This one's a special event that I really wanted to get in here. I was so excited to see this. If you've never seen anything that's been choreographed by Jacob Gutierrez Montoya, you really need to treat yourself. And this would be a wonderful one for you to start with. A Light in the Dark, only this weekend. It's Saturday and Sunday, March 26th and 27th at 6:30 p.m. It's going to be at the Sophia down on 2700 Capitol Avenue. So if you would love to go and see this, this is a wonderful production of dance. And they're raising funds to support a couple of great charities that I'm sure you've all heard about. If you've been around Sacramento for any length of time, you've heard of St. John's. St. John's used to be St. John's Shelter for Women and Children, and a few years back they changed their name to St. John's Program for Real Change. They help women and children specifically who are find themselves unhomed in a homelessness situation to get back on their feet, find housing, find work. They have work programs there. They have a wonderful cafe that they run, St. John's Program for Real Change, and Habitat for Humanity. That's one that's been in the news for decades, and they're still out there doing amazing work, building homes for people that really, really need to have affordable housing. So, A Light in the Dark is going to help benefit both of those worthy charities this weekend only. Go and see some amazing dance in our capital city. Well, Swing Batter Batter I had to put on this one because I just love their baseball logo. Will Love Strike Out? This is a play called Love and Baseball by Jerry Montoya, and it's playing the 24th, 25th, and 26th. It got 3 chances left. If you don't see it this weekend, you're going to miss it because it's closing. It's playing right now, right now, right now. Go get your tickets right now because it's playing at the Uli Theater. And if you've ever been to the Uli Theater, it's the cutest little theater in downtown Sacramento. So tomorrow night, Saturday night, Sunday night, it's done. Or actually, I should say tonight, tomorrow night, Saturday night, and it's done. So you could probably still get some tickets. The show's at 8 o'clock, so you're not too late. You'll have to leave, but that's okay. This is recorded. You can watch it later. Go get tickets for this show. It's going to be amazing. I love it. Love and baseball. McLaughlin Theater Company is presenting its performance of Disney's Descendants, the musical. Of course, if it's Disney, it's going to be a musical. I don't think they do anything that's just a talkie anymore. Long live evil. If you've ever watched the TV show The Descendants, it's pretty cute, you guys. It really is. So this is March 18th and 19th, the 25th and 26th, and then the 27th. So this is its final weekend also. So if you haven't been to see this yet, or you haven't watched the show on Disney Channel, you can go and see the musical, The Descendants, at McLaughlin Theater Company. Celebration Arts is presenting the Macbeth Project's production of Midsummer Night's Dream, directed by Kimberly Marshall, who's our artistic director. This has been open for a couple of weekends now, and it will be playing through April 10th. So get your tickets. I hear they're selling out pretty quick. I've got mine, just saying. Okay. So it should be wonderful and funny. It's their adaptation of Midsummer Night's Dream. All of you Shakespeare buffs out there, go see this production. You don't have to wait for Shakespeare in the Park to go see some Shakespeare. We got it right here for you. This is a production that Black Point Theater is putting on. It's called The Children. It will be playing also through April 10th. So you've still got some time for some of these ones that are playing a little bit longer. This is being put on at the Wilkerson Theater, downtown Sacramento, right in Midtown, in the 25th Street complex. A wonderful theater to see works in because it's also a very intimate theater. I've seen several things there, and it's a beautiful, beautiful space to be in. So if you have time this weekend or before April 10th when it closes, get your tickets and go see The Children, presented by Black Point Theater. Woodland Opera House has still got The Hunchback of Notre Dame playing. If you were with me last week, you got to meet Eric and Joseph. Eric is in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and Joseph is in Tipping the Velvet, and we got to talk with some of the actors. That was so cool, and I really appreciated those two coming and sharing their wonderful shows and some background about themselves, and just, average people who want to do community theater because they're excited about community theater. So if you haven't gone to see it yet, if you haven't got your tickets, you've got a little bit of time left to go see The Hunchback of Notre Dame. There's the whole cast right there. That's a fine looking bunch, right? I get excited about these when I know people who are in the cast, and I know several people in this cast, and the voices are phenomenal. And as Eric shared last week, there's not a bad voice in the bunch, and they got accused of actually maybe using soundtracks because somebody thought they sounded so amazing and so big for just this many people being on stage. So I think you need to see this show. So get your tickets for Hunchback of Notre Dame. Roseville Theater Arts Academy is wrapping up its run of The Little Mermaid. The final weekend is this weekend, so the 25th and 26th will be your last opportunities to get a chance to see this production of The Little Mermaid. Here's another play by a classic playwright. If you like funny satirical things, Neil Simon could be your guy. This is The Last of the Red Hot Lovers by Neil Simon. Its run dates are April 18th, so it's already open, and it's playing through April 10th. So if you don't have tickets for that, go and get your tickets for Last of the Red Hot Lovers. This will be the final weekend for Green Valley Theater's production of Tipping the Velvet, based on the book by Sarah Waters. It's a new adaptation of it from Laura Wade. This is closing weekend, folks, and they will have a matinee this Saturday at 2, along with their performance at 8. And then Sunday's performance will be at 7 p.m. and that's going to be the last time you'll get a chance to see it. I'm not sure what ticket sales are for it right now, but it's been selling out. I happen to know because I work their box office for them. So it's been a great show. We've had full audiences. There's laughing, there's involvement. It's kind of like a melodrama, so you can get engaged with this. The fourth wall gets lost on a regular basis, so Tipping the Velvet might just be for you. Now, warning, this is for 18 and over. These are adult themes, but it's darned hysterical. So if you have time this weekend and haven't gotten tickets for something yet, please pick up a couple for Tipping the Velvet. They're playing over at Big Idea Theater on Del Paso Boulevard. Beauty and the Beast will be playing through April 3rd. This is Davis Musical Theater Company's Young Performers Theater production of this classic play. So if you have young people who are wonderful, who would like to see this wonderful production of Beauty and the Beast, or if you just want to go and sit in the back and sing along, you don't have to bring kids to this. Come on. There's a lot of us adults who like the Disney shows and know all the songs. Not me, but somebody I know knows all the songs. Anyway, go see Beauty and the Beast. Blue Mountain Players is still putting on productions of the Cemetery Club. This will be their last weekend also. So if you haven't had a chance to see this, go and get your tickets for the Cemetery Club. Chautauqua Playhouse is still running Deadlocked, and it's going to run through April 10th. So you've got a little bit longer for this one. I know, I see there's a sense of urgency. All these things are closing this weekend. You've got to go and get your tickets. All you'll be doing is going to the theater. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, actually. If I had all the time, I could go to the theater a lot, right? Their performances are Fridays and Saturdays at 8 and Sundays at 2 o'clock. So if you hit a 2 o'clock performance of that, you'd still have time to hit a 7 o'clock performance of another show. You could get 2 in a day. That could be amazing. If you hit the 2 o'clock Saturday matinee, oh, well, never mind. There could be a lot of theater in a weekend. Oh my goodness, there could be a lot of theater in a weekend. So, Deadlocked, wonderful mystery, continuing at Chautauqua Playhouse. Go check it out. This is the last weekend for Tiny Beautiful Things. This one's playing at Sierra Stages. This is really lovely. It's a theater up in Nevada City. So a nice drive to a beautiful place. Leave early so you can take in the scenery. Maybe have dinner before the show at the historic Nevada City Theater in Nevada City. Again, this is the final weekend for Tiny Beautiful Things. I will give you a sense of urgency on this yet. Another final weekend. If you haven't seen Urinetown yet, you need to go and see Urinetown because that's playing at Davis Musical Theater Company. Urinetown is hysterical. I saw this play probably 10 or 11 years ago. Absolutely hysterical and still very poignant, looking at the political machinations that rule people's lives and how long will people put up with something before they say, enough is enough. Urinetown, playing at Davis Musical Theater production. This is also the final weekend for Private Lives. I told you there's a lot of things that are closing this weekend. It's like, we're done now. If you didn't get to see it, you missed it. This one's by Noel Coward, another one of our classic playwrights, and directed by Shane Robert. It's at Theater in the Heights, and this is the final weekend for it too. So please get in there and have a chance to see Private Lives by Noel Coward. And Iliad will be playing until April 3rd, so you still have a little while. See, no sense of urgency on this one this time because you got another week. It's hard to believe that March is going to be over pretty soon too, but it is. So if you don't get a chance to see it this weekend, you still have an opportunity next weekend. This is presented by California Stage. They are asking that, their audiences mask, and a lot of our theaters are actually still asking that their audiences mask. Most of our theater groups now, while the actors have been, vaccinated and boosted and everything, you don't have any social distancing in an audience. So, keeping your mask on is still an important piece of that. And I want you guys to stay safe. In another world, I work in another place, and I had someone share with me today that they tested positive for COVID, so they didn't come in. So it's still out there. So we want to be safe while we're enjoying all this wonderful theater. So keep those masks handy and go see this production of An Iliad. California Stage presents. This is another one that is, from what I'm reading, absolutely hysterical. It's called Out to Pasture. It's a tour, and I love the byline. Maybe 50 isn't so fabulous after all, right? This is March 26th and 27th at Sutter Street Theater Center for the Arts in Yuba City. So if you have some time and you want to take a lovely drive up to Yuba City, you can check out to Pasture, the tour. Godspell is playing right now. It's opening on the 25th, which is tomorrow night, and it will be playing through April 16th at Sutter Street Theater. And if you haven't ever seen Godspell, it's a wonderful show. The music is amazing. I had the pleasure of actually being in it a few years back, and it was great fun to do the songs from this production. Oops, sorry, went too fast on that one. We wanted to take a moment for another mystery. This is Ken Ludwig's story called The Games Afoot, and this is at the State Theater Acting Company. It's playing on Friday and Saturdays, March 25th and 26th, so this weekend, and then next weekend, April 1st and 2nd at 7:30, and it's got matinees too at 2 p.m. So if you don't want to stay out late, you can go to an early matinee of The Games Afoot. We almost had to jump fast to Murder on the Orient Express. I was just trying to get there really quickly. Here's another Agatha Christie. We've got The Mousetrap and we've got Murder on the Orient Express in our repertoire of plays that are going on. This one is being shown up at Sierra College Theater. I like Agatha Christie. I have enjoyed reading the books, and this is Hercule Poirot is probably one of her best known detectives. So they're wonderful to see, and this has been done several times as a movie, and I've probably watched all the different iterations of it too. So this opens tomorrow, March 25th, and it will be playing through April 9th. At the Sierra College Theater Arts Department, Murder on the Orient Express. That wraps up everything that's playing right now. Man, you guys have a lot to keep you busy. There'll be a number of different things that you can do. I don't think you'll get bored. At least you shouldn't. Oh my gosh, there's so much good theater happening out there right now. So let's look at what's coming up, because there's more coming down the pike. So coming soon to a theater near you, the Artists Collective is going to present Strange is Love. And here's the cast from that. They're going to be at the Uli Theater April 15th through the 30th. You can get your tickets at www.emhboxoffice.com for Strange is Love at the Uli Theater. This is a film series that's going to be presented. I remember yesterday, and I've shared with you before, this is James Wheatley, who is founder, director, master of ceremonies at Celebration Arts. A fabulous, fabulous actor, and just can do things that are so poignant and so wonderful. And this is a short film by Imani Mitchell called I Remember Yesterday. and that will be coming up soon. Whoops, where's my... My script turned itself off. One moment, please, while I turn it back on. Technology is a magnificent thing because you can have all these things that hold your place for you and tell you all these great things that are going on. Oop, yep, and I told you that. Ooh, I'll have to come back to that one because that one's now playing also. But let me tell you about the movie, and then I'll talk to you about that one because I do want to go back to that. It's kind of amazing. There's a play based on Roe v. Wade. Here we go. So, I remember yesterday as looking at the impact of homelessness on a family and highlights the complexity of healing from the repressed wounds. In this story, we're presented with a reconciliation that provides a long overdue closure. So, bring tissues. I'm sure it's going to be one of those heart-wrenching moments. I Remember Yesterday by Imani Mitchell. Now, I want to go back because I don't think I have this in my visuals, and I'm going to have to get it for you for next time. Let's see how long it's playing. There's one. Here it is. Roe by Lisa Loomer at Theater One. Theater One's production of Roe is an exciting dramatization of the events surrounding the landmark 1970s U.S. Supreme Court trials of Roe v. Wade. Well, isn't that just in the news right now? One moment, please, while I make a short adjustment. I just want to make sure you can hear me well. So I'm going to do a couple of things, and then we're going to keep talking so that my tech whiz can hear me and let me know if everything is good. Because I want to make sure that you can hear me clearly. Okay, very cool. Anyway, that one on Roe. Roe it sounded amazing, and when I saw that come through another set of newsletters that I'm on, I went, oh, I have to tell everybody about that one. So, Roe is directed by Lisa and Mike Irwin, and the show's going to run March 11th through the 27th. So this is the final weekend. That's why I was like, oh, wow, how did this one slip past me? If you have productions that are coming up, I do kind of scour Facebook, and some things turn up on Instagram. I have several different social media pieces where I look and I find these, and if I discover them in their local theater, I do try and share them with folks. So I just want to let you know when these shows are coming up and what's happening in our theater community. So if you got something like that, send it to us, sarda@sarda.com, so that we can get it onto our show on Thursday night and tell everybody about it. Sometimes I find these and then I save them in my phone so I can share them with you because I don't have a slideshow for them. So I'll make sure that we have slides for them and try and get the word out there about your theater productions, because we want people to come and see these amazing things that are going on. If you've never been to Theater One, it's over off of Sierra Boulevard. So 2425 Sierra Boulevard, Theater One. They do great productions. I went to see a Christmas show there several years back in the before times when we were going to theater. That was the holiday season before everything shut down for COVID. It was the last time I was there. So I'm glad to see they're up and doing things again. Another coming, so that's playing right now. The one, Roe v. Wade, that's playing right now. I just didn't have it in the now playing. Sorry about that. In the coming soon is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, however. This will start on April 2nd, so it's going to open next weekend, and it'll run through April 24th. It's going to be on Saturdays and Sundays at 1 o'clock. Thank you so much. And if you need reservations, you can go online to Sutter Street Theater and get tickets for that. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Everybody needs a good trip to Narnia from time to time. Every now and again, I want to look in the back of my closet and hope I see Mr. Tumnus running around someplace. That would be cool. Wow, that happened right as I changed the screen. That was kind of magical. All right, Madagascar will be coming up. That's going to be happening in April also. It'll be running April 22nd through May 8th. So it's going to start a little bit after spring break. For some of us, some people have already had spring break. The performances will be Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And you can get tickets at the box office for Madagascar, the musical adventure, and this is going to be at Roseville Theater Arts Academy. Rent is still showing, will be coming, not showing yet, will be coming to the Harris Center Theater. It's going to be presented by Falcon's Eye Theater Company, and this show is going to run April 1st through the 10th. So Rent is one of those where people wander around humming the songs to it because you know some of the music, especially Seasons of Love. How many times have you heard that one? But it's great music and it's a wonderful show. So if you've got some time in April, go see Rent at the Harris Center for the Performing Arts. Now, we are getting down to our section on workshops, and this particular workshop is going to be presented by Woodland Opera House, the historic Woodland Opera House, and they're doing a one-day audition technique workshop. This is for teens 16 and up through adults. The cost is $85, but you're going to get a one-day audition workshop taught by Ryan Adame, who has many kudos behind his name and a number of different shows that he's been an actor in our area and further for a long time now. So if you want to learn how to audition from anyone, this should be the person that you would go to for these classes. It is this Saturday, March 26th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. So I would highly suggest that if you want to take an auditioning technique workshop, you get on the line and get in touch with Woodland Opera House right away so that you can reserve your place in the class. Okay? It doesn't say anything about the class being limited to a certain number, but I'm sure it is. So you want to get in there quickly so you can get your auditions ready and get those tips. All right, that wraps up what I've got for you tonight. And I really wanted to have some time to say, hey, follow us. Not literally around, because that would be kind of stalkery. But you can follow us on Facebook at Sarda Theaters. You can follow us on Instagram because we happen to be there too. You can come to the website, sarda.com. I got it right. See, I'm not giving you our email address anymore. And that would be great. So follow us. You can follow us here on Twitch by just pressing the button and saying follow so that you'll get the notifications on our Thursday night feeds when we're going to go live and say hello and welcome to This Week at the Theater so you can find out what's happening in the theater in your area. So yeah, follow us. Come follow us around. There's our wonderful website again. We'd appreciate your visit. It's one place you can visit and you don't have to dress up to do it. Look at that. All right, folks. There are no questions this evening. I appreciate you staying around and spending some time with me. Let me know if you have any other needs by sending us an email, sarda@sarda.com. Send us your information on your upcoming shows so we can share them here at This Week at the Theater. And I hope I'll see you at the theater. Have a great night, everyone. Go out and smell the roses. I think that's what you should do. Go out and smell the roses.